Be at peace. Be at peace evermore.
My Cosette
shall live in my protection.
Take her now.
Your child will want for nothing.
Good monsieur, you've come from God in heaven.
And none shall ever harm Cosette as long as
I swear, I am going to buy a stuffed animal just to rip its head off in front of a small child.
Oh, fancy.
I mean, how hard is it to change a couple of light bulbs? That's all we need is for someone to fall off the stage again. Billy. 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 Billy.
Oh, Liz.
Hi. How are you? It's me. Can you believe it? On a weekday, no less.
I'm sorry. I was up late last night with strike. All the actors bailed, so it was just me, and there I was.
Did you give yourself Jean Valjean mutton chops again?
No, this.
Save it for your diary. There's tons to do here today.
No. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Billy, get it together. The new order's here in 7 hours, and you need to call a staff meeting now.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
Let me borrow your pen a minute.
I don't have a pen.
Pencil then.
I don't have a pencil.
You got paper. Why do you have paper if you don't have anything to write with?
Origami.
Okay, guys. Because the new owner's gonna be here today, we're gonna have to reschedule the post-mortem on our last shoe.
What happened to the last donor anyway?
No one is sure. He mysteriously vanished into thin air.
That's not what happened.
So what did happen?
He stopped paying the mortgage and the city took ownership. Then came Moises Pradier.
And so where's the owner again?
I see where you're going with this. But he didn't vanish. He's somewhere.
Maybe thin air?
Prideaux. What kind of name is that?
Well, the etymology is definitely French.
Okay, well, be that as it may... Prideaux. Right. Be that as it may, let's just cut to the fact. The show bombed, but that wasn't any of our fault, so thank God for that.
It was a mockery. It was a mockery and an affront to the theater.
I didn't get it at all.
It's one of the great masterpieces of the 20th century.
Listen, wasn't anything great about what I saw on that stage. Unless by great you mean bad.
This is why we never get anything done.
Come on, guys.
Forget the content of the play. The casting was inadequate. The directing stilted. The scene design inadequate.
What do you do here again?
You know, I think that's a trick question. 14 years on the job and still the same mop.
Ew.
I only asked that so I could ask this. What the hell do you know about adequate direction?
There's no way that's the same mob.
I thought the actress who played the son was a riot.
The choreography was atrocious.
It was Death of a Salesman.
Is there choreography in Death of a Salesman?
None at all.
All right, I admit, I didn't see it. I hate theater.
People, can we just focus?
Thank you, Liz. Okay, now there's a huge list of... Why do you work in a theater if you hate... Nope, I'm not gonna let you distract me. Okay, now there's a huge list of things that... Let me ask a question. Do you guys think I get distracted more or less than the average person?
Oh my God, are you actually getting distracted by how easily you get distracted?
Keeps cropping up in my life, Liz. I'll follow up later. Okay, now there's a huge list of things that need to get done. Dwayne, the stage needs to be completely detailed. Paint over the rough spots, remove the glow tape. There's a pile of wood in the back, put it in the dumpster. And for the love of God, check the rat traps.
There won't be any rats. They're too smart for our tricks.
They're rat traps. They're specifically designed to trick rats.
Not our rats.
We'll check them anyway.
Oh, and someone was sick in the balcony last night. This is why we have to stop serving alcohol. People are dragged to these things by other people, and they're like, oh my God, I better be drunk for this. And they start getting bombed before the curtain even opens, and halfway through Wunderbar, they're yakking all over row C.
You know, I'll take care of it. You know, hey, I just came up with a new mess sucker-upper.
I don't think it's really called that.
Is that right?
Yeah. I was gonna call it the Suck King, but now I'm leaning more towards the Dwayne 9000.
Oh, no.
And you brought it to the meeting.
Yes, and I'm glad I did, because otherwise I would have to draw you a picture, and I can't.
Okay. Desmond, the security check the security entrance on the east wall. I was walking in from the parking lot this morning. Looks like someone put tape over the locking thingy.
See, this is a problem, people. Actors gotta have their smokes or vapes or whatnot. So what do? They cover up that lock so they can slip in and out of the theater. They got no respect for security.
I'm sure that's what it was.
I bet if I hook a couple of cables to the door and run a couple thousand volts through it, it'll stop their smoking habit pretty quick.
You know, I can help you with that.
That won't be necessary. Liz, can you write up a couple signs to put up in the dressing room?
Yes, what's the tone?
The tone?
Yeah, I mean, I can be polite or I can be stern.
Oh, well...
How stern is stern? Is it like, keep your goddamn hands off the goddamn door, or, we'll break your face?
It could be. I'd have to write small, though.
How about we try polite first and see what happens? Okay. Terry, do we have volunteers lined up to crew for the next show?
We absolutely do not.
What happened to the ones we just had for Death of a Salesman?
We had to let some of them go. All of them. We had to let all of them go. They won't be asked back.
All of them? What happened?
Well, after the final show, there were several violations of company policy.
Basically, they got messed up and tried to violate one another all over the lighting booth.
Does Jen know?
Was Jen involved?
In her lighting booth? Oh, you have to be kidding. It was all very upsetting. Of course, there were drugs and alcohol involved.
Weed and vodka, nature's assassins.
You know, it was probably more exciting than anything that was going on stage. Not to mention that the lighting booth is not certified for that many people.
Okay. Wow, okay. We need to get more people in, so call everyone you know can use an extra $50.
That's literally everyone I know.
Anime Midwest is this weekend, so I can't get to it until Monday.
Does this have anything to do with that animal thingy on your head?
It's Akuma, and it's my spirit animal.
That's two things I didn't need to know.
We'll just get to it on Monday. What's a spirit animal?
You'll have plenty of time to research spirit animals when we all get fired because this place isn't up to Purdue standards. Have you even Googled him?
Right. Anything else?
Can I get a gun?
Not now.
When?
Literally never.
Okay, Mr. Preedy's gonna be here in a little over 6 hours, so let's get to work and make this place shine.
It's a 120-year-old building. I mean, parts of it are falling off as we speak.
We'll do your best. Okay, break!
Like, take a break?
No, like break. Yay, go team!
You're one weird dude.
We're still gonna work, right? Desmond!
So, what do we know about these new owners anyway?
Not much, actually. He and his wife are pretty big deals in the New York theater scene. He's got a reputation as a real ball breaker. They bought the theater from the city when they decided to relocate to the Midwest. Hope he's got big plans for this place.
What does that mean to us? Are they going to let us run the productions, or are they going to bring their own people in?
I haven't heard. Obviously, I hope he keeps things the way they are.
Me too. Although, not everything has to stay the same, Things change, they evolve, they grow.
Not for me. I'm such a creature of habit. I still eat Lucky Charms because that was my favorite cereal when I was a kid.
Don't you like them?
I honestly have no idea.
Oh my God, I cannot believe when this is ever about Billy,
look who's here.
Marion, how you doing?
Not well. I received this letter from Moisty Products, apparently the new owner of this rat trap, yesterday. Do you know what it says?
Well, I haven't read it yet, so...
It says that effective immediately, we're doing all of our shows in-house.
It says that effective immediately, you're doing all your shows in-house.
What?
I read it.
The Cornerstone Acting Company has been part of this community and producing shows in this theater since before you were born. We're a resident company. How dare they close the doors on us now?
I know, but I'm sure he doesn't understand that...
Who's gonna produce shows here then, huh? You? Ha, I'd like to see that. Theater is dead in this town. Our audiences can look forward to a collection of nostalgia acts, cover bands, and third-rate comedians from here on out, I suppose.
Oh, have you heard Van Whalen? They're awesome.
Not helpful. Look, Marion, let me talk it over with the new owner. I'm sure he doesn't realize how important your company is to this community.
Don't bother. I know who the decision maker is. I'm going to speak to Mr. Reflux myself, and he'll have to deal with me.
Looks like the new era is off to a great start. Although I can kind of see it. I mean, attendance has been down the last couple of seasons, and the shows, let's face it, they've been pretty
But this is a theater. What kind of theater doesn't put on shows? The Roman Coliseum doesn't put on shows.
Hey, do you want me to see if Van Walen's available? Ooh, or Journey? That's with an ER, not an OUR. Fleetwood Mac?
Mr. Preter's gonna be here in... raspberries. Is it noon already? I completely lost track of time. I'm late for Mom's weekly lunch date. Can you manage things here while I'm gone?
I manage things here while you're here, Billy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well... Okay, I'll eat as fast as possible.
And don't go swimming for a half hour afterward. Cramps, Billy! Cramps!
Whoever did this should see a doctor.
Whoever did this needs a kick in the nuts.
Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Desmond.
Hey, Jen, what's up?
My sanctuary has been profaned.
Yeah, we know. It happened while we were all down at the closing night reception. I'm sorry, Jen. I know how much that lighting booth means to you.
It's more than a lighting booth, Dwayne. It's my portal to inner serenity. It opens up the pathways to my inner creativity. I had the idea for my concerto in that very room.
You wrote a concerto?
I had an idea for a concerto. Now I don't know if it will ever be the same. Once it was an impenetrable fortress. Through its switches, cables, and computer, I was patched into every facet of the theater.
Are you running hidden cameras in there? Because I've been stealing a lot of office supplies.
I know. But what is it now? Can I ever recapture that magic? Who knows, Dwayne? Desmond? Who knows? Is that puke?
That is puke.
Cool.
Well, you'll be happy to know that whoever violated it is no longer in the employ of this theater. In fact, Desmond personally escorted them off the premises.
Karma.
Karma.
Mostly it was the vandalism.
Well, that smells like lunch.
You see how the vomit has a brownish tint to it? You know, that could be an indication of there's a backup in the bowel.
You mean that dude was puking up poop?
Could be. You can see it even though it's dry. You see those dark striations?
Okay, enough with the striations, or I'll be puking and you have 2 piles of puke to clean up. Why do you know so much about vomit?
I've seen a lot of vomit.
How does a person see a lot of vomit? You got kids?
You know, I thought about it, but why?
The life of a maintenance man is a lonely one.
Well, okay, big guy. Let's see if you're everything I think you are.
Bless you.
Bless you.
No, bless you. Did
No,
you
I
sneeze?
didn't sneeze. I thought that was you.
No, it wasn't me. Dude, there's somebody else in here.
Jen?
No, she went that way. Somebody else. Damn it, now I gotta go check it out. Why don't they give me a gun? I told them to give me a gun.
Are you licensed for a firearm?
No, I'm just gonna, not gonna shoot her. I'm just gonna brandish it. And be quiet and get ready to run. Because if it's some hopped up heroin addict, I'm getting the hell out of here and I will run your ass over. Oh, hell no.
Billy, look at you. You look terrible. Have you lost weight again?
Mom, I weigh the same as I did when we had lunch last week. Why are you talking like that?
It's an accent. Last night I was watching television and there was this little old Jewish woman on and, well, something sad had happened to her son or something, I don't know. Well, it suddenly occurred to me that her accent, well, everything she said had more gravitas, you know? Well, you're an actor, you do accents.
I was an actor and I never did any accents like that, and you can't either.
Well, why not?
Because it's offensive.
To whom?
Everyone, Mom.
Nonsense. Anyway, get whatever you want. Your father finally paid his alimony and I'm rich for the moment.
How's Dad doing?
Oh, he's fine. He's almost completely recovered.
Was he sick?
Only the cancer.
Cancer?
Well, aside from that, the doctor says he's healthy as a horse.
Jesus, Mom, why don't I know anything about this?
Well, I telephoned and it went straight to voicemail.
It's the 21st century, Mom. No one checks their voicemails. Everyone knows if there's something important, you text or message. No one calls up on the phone.
Well, it's not like it was real cancer, Billy. It was prostate cancer.
Mom, old people like Dad die from prostate cancer all the time.
Your father is 55, Billy.
Exactly.
It's no big deal. Prostate cancer is like baby cancer. It's like having the flu now. They can fix it so easily. Snip, snip, and it was out. Now, aside from the uncontrollable urination and complete erectile dysfunction, he'll be as good as new.
Mom, not so loud.
Oh, you spend entirely too much time worrying what other people think, Billy.
I can't believe I didn't know about this.
Well, maybe if you had texted or messaged him. How about if I invite you all to dinner and he can show you his scar?
I would like that.
Bring that girl you like, Liz.
I don't like Liz, Mom. We're co-workers, that's all.
Well, what's the matter? She's as cute as can be.
Well, cute isn't necessarily a solid foundation for a relationship.
Now, don't kid yourself. A person could have no other redeeming quality, but if they're good looking enough, someone, somewhere is going to say, why not?
Well, there's nothing there with Liz, trust me.
Well, then it's your own fault, Billy. You can be very off-putting.
I'm off-putting. Look, Mom,
You're doing it now. Now, all I'm saying is don't be so quick to close the door on potential opportunities in any aspect of your life. And you're getting dessert. Don't even think about not ordering something.
Well, I won't be able to use money saving as a reason for not selling drinks. Booze makes up more than half of our profit.
Listen to this. Before coming to the U.S. in 1997, French-born Moises Prédoux operated the largest chain of theaters in Paris. From 1999 to 2014, he ran theaters all across New York City before abruptly selling and relocating to the Midwest.
I read it.
He's noted for his unmatched ability to stage spectacular productions and for introducing significant works by unknown authors whose work has gone on to win several Tony Drama Desk Awards and Pulitzer Prizes.
I read it. My question is, what's he doing buying this place?
Exactly. What's he doing buying this place?
Maybe he's a builder. Once he gets things up and running, he loses interest, or maybe it's a tax shelter.
It's a mystery, like what happened to the previous owner.
Terry.
But wait, it gets better. Or worse. According to this other article, Prédoux runs his theaters with an iron fist. He shut down entire productions on opening night because he wasn't happy. Also, he's been involved in numerous lawsuits, and Nat is the initiator.
Swipe right on that guy.
Basically, if there was a Yelp for people, this guy would be 5 stars with critics and audiences, and 1 star with every other single person he comes into contact with.
Oh, it's been nice working with you.
Liz, this guy could come in here and tear everything apart. He could close us down, fire us, or worse, keep us around and make our lives a living hell.
I know, we'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen, okay? We've still got a little bit of time. The new owner will be here in about, 4 hours, so once Billy gets back from lunch, we'll look the place over and make sure it shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
Billy isn't here.
He's at lunch. Why, what's that?
There's something you need to see.
So we're no longer under the assumption that the door is being used only by actors.
Is living here an option now? I could totally save money if I didn't have rent or commute.
Liz. Hello.
Go ahead.
There's a guy here who says he's Mosius Purdue. He says he's the new owner, and he's sorry he's early, but he can't wait to tour the building.
Oh, fuck.
There are homeless people in our theater.
Well, you don't see that every day.
There are homeless people living in our theater.
Everyone loves the theater.
Liz. Hello.
Give me a minute.
Okay, only this guy says he's Moises Purdue. Kind of anal about getting the pronunciation right, actually. The new owner, he told me to say. Liz, you know I'm really bad with people and tension, and this is both.
Help me.
Stall him, Jen, okay? I'll be there as soon as I can. Where did they come from?
Beyond.
We think they came in through the east exit door. That lock was taped over. Either they did it or the actors did, and they took advantage of it. Either way, I think it shows initiative.
Can we keep them? Oh, don't you love the theater?
It's warm and not scared like our other home.
Where's your other home, sweetie?
We lived in the park. There were rats.
Well, there's rats here.
Dwayne, no. Well, you're safe here.
Are you crazy? No one is safe here. Moises Purdue is...
Beans? I'm sorry, we just didn't have anywhere else to go.
We have to get them out of here. Moises Purdue is absolutely going to fire us if he sees this. You Googled him. He's going to...
Explode. Urban Dictionary?
Yeah, I love the Urban Dictionary.
Yes, he's going to explode. He's going to explode all over us. That did not come out the way it sounded in my head. Anyway, just get them out of here as soon as you can. Jen, hello?
No, you can't read him.
My poker face. My poker face, my poker face.
Okay, let's get this all cleaned up and get you out of here. A little help?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No. This all seems very unhygienic, and I don't like dirt.
You're a janitor.
I am a maintenance engineer, and yes, cleaning is part of my job, but that means eradicating the dirt. And this is more like shuffling it around and not really getting rid of it.
All right, then. Just, thank you. Grab the kid and let's help these people to the door.
I don't like children. They're carriers of all sorts of things, and that one there looks like he's carrying I don't know what. I just can't do it.
Dude, I never knew you were so phobic. Listen, thank you. These are people. They've obviously had a few hard hits in their lives. Thank you. And possibly a mental health issue or two, but they deserve our compassion and respect.
Don't worry, we're used to it. Come on, Danny, let's pack up the bed.
But Mr. Stuffing is scared. Are we going to jail, mister?
Look at him, watching me. He smells my fear.
Oh, God, unbelievable.
My mother is unbelievable. I just got back from lunch with her where I found out my dad has cancer.
Yeah, I heard. Glad his surgery went fine.
Wait, you knew?
Yeah, your mom told me the other night when she came to see the show.
She came to see the show?
Oh, she didn't. Well, she probably had to pee really bad, and she doesn't have a bag like your dad.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Kavanaugh?
I'm sorry. Have they been here the whole time?
Sorry to hear about your father's cancer and your dysfunctional relationship with your mother.
This is Moses Purdue.
Moises. Oh, good Lord.
He's the new owner, and I really have to go.
But don't...
Yes. Oh, and thank you for serenading us for the last 10 minutes. You have a lovely voice. She has a terrible voice. If she's starring in one of your productions, I want her fired immediately.
No, she's our lighting designer.
Is she any good at it?
She's great.
Pity. Say, you look familiar, young man. Have I ever seen you before?
I don't think so.
Did you ever work in New York, in the theater?
I lived there for a short time a couple years ago. Ran a food truck. I sold falafels.
No, that's not it.
Oh, was it hot dogs? Anyways, I'm sorry if there was some misunderstanding. I thought our appointment was much later.
I do not eat food truck.
Soft pretzels! It was soft pretzels. Anywho.
Hey, Billy, guess what we found? It's colder than a can of hams out there.
That's not a phrase.
Mr. Perdue had a cancellation this morning with the mayor, a miscalculation on their part that I'll make sure they regret till the end of their days.
Well, I'm glad I showed up when I did. Please don't hurt me.
This is my assistant, Miss Penny Ginelli, one of the sharpest minds to come out of the Yale School of Drama.
We had 13 Tony-nominated performers last year of our instructors and graduates. Where did you attend?
Well, I attended the University of Don't Be a Pretentious.
Billy! His blood sugar gets low and he gets all crazy.
Enchanted. Anyway, I had an opening in my schedule this morning, so I thought I'd come down and take a look at my new property. I'll be getting some raw data on attendance, profitability, that sort of thing, but I like to get a feel for the space. Touch the bricks. Smell the curtains.
You want to smell the curtains?
Open myself up to the flow and energy of the place.
Are you okay, Liz?
Of course I'm okay. Can I speak to you for just 1 minute, will you?
Mr. Perdue has a very busy schedule, Miss...
Rabbi! Liz Rabbi, my name is Liz Rabbi. We won't be long. There's sodas in the fridge.
Oh, I'd like...
No, we're leaving. Aw.
She looks familiar, too. See if they have falafels in this town.
And then bam, throws me right out the door.
Women.
I know, right? You can't treat people that way. Online, I am an enchantress. I get respect, but not here.
Yeah, what?
I'm a member of this online gaming community, farscene.net. It's mostly text-based adventure gaming, but you really get to know people, you know?
Is it like a dating site?
No, mostly quests. I mean, I have met some great guys, although they may be women. And some of the women I know for a fact are men. And true, they also, they're in peak physical condition and have great jobs and everything, but statistically speaking, it's just improbable. But, you know, sometimes you just get so lonely. It's nice to have someone out there who's interested in you.
Sounds like a dating site to me.
You know what I don't need right now? Judgment, okay?
Totally a dating site.
No, it's not.
What, Liz? What?
We have to find some way to not let those people into the theater.
What? Did Dwayne not paint the stage again? I told him.
It's way worse than that, Billy. Dwayne and Desmond found a family of homeless squatters living in the balcony.
Homeless squatters? Oh, the worst kind. How'd they get in?
Remember that door that was jimmied on the side of the building? Well, they must have come in during the night. They've got sleeping bags and lanterns, and somewhere they picked up a whole lot of cans of beans.
Relax, Liz. This isn't a problem. We'll just explain the situation. I'm sure this sort of thing happens all the time. Mr. Perdue is a reasonable man. I'm not a beans person myself, though. I don't like the texture.
He's not a reasonable man, Billy. Do some research. This guy has a terrible reputation. He doesn't tolerate imperfection, and he's going to find a whole lot of it around here without homeless people living in our theater. We've got to do something.
I've got it. Fire alarm. Hold on 1 second.
Stop screwing with it, Billy. You're gonna break it.
Almost got it? Totally broke it.
Time well spent.
Plan B. Where are they now?
On the stairs behind you.
What's our supply of hand sanitizer look like?
They're like cats. They can tell when you don't want them around. It makes you irresistible to them.
Are you about finished in here? Because they really need to get...
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Hide them in the women's dressing room. I'll lead them past and kick the door on the way by, then sneak them out behind us.
And why don't we start the tour in the catacombs? We can begin with the history of the theater, and then they can lead our homeless friends.
I'm sure they have names, Liz.
I'm sorry. Of course. What are your names?
Beans.
Good. Desmond and Dwayne can lead the Beans family out the box office door.
I don't like it. Mostly because the catacombs give me the heebie-jeebies. There's bodies down there.
I don't want to go down to the catacomb, Mr. Bodies.
There aren't any bodies down there. It's a storage area.
Will you make sure nothing gets me if I go down there?
Sure.
Don't worry, young Mr. Beans. We're not going down there. It's super scary.
Billy! His name is Danny. His father's name is Daniel, and I'm Mary.
Well, we better do something.
Hey, the dressing rooms are too risky, Billy. If
We don't have time to argue, Liz. I'm the theater manager, and we're doing this my way. Go in there and tell Mr. Predu and Miss Gargoyle will be ready to go in a few minutes.
Yeah, but...
Bop. Theater manager, go.
Yeah, whatever.
You are so gonna pay for that.
I know. Go on, get them out of here.
Come on, folks.
Oh, and be careful. We don't want to spill the beans. Huh? No? Okay.
They never check the aisles.
I could never be an actor. Can you imagine being in front of actual people?
I'd love to be in a show. Not as the lead or anything, you know, memorizing all that dialogue. But I wouldn't mind being in the ensemble. All of the fun, none of the pressure.
Have you ever auditioned?
Once, for The Sound of Music. I deliberately frazzled it. Urban Dictionary.
Why would you tank your own audition?
Well, The Sound of Music was on TV every year while I was growing up, right? And every year my mom made me and my two sisters sit down and watch it. And with commercial breaks, that's 3 hours of your life gone forever. So, long story short, I grew to hate everything about it.
Really?
It's the only time I've ever wanted the Nazis to win. Get the Von Trapp family, get them! Oh, they got away over the mountains again! Life can be so unfair. Mom was disappointed. She told me if I wasn't going to be a Von Trapp singer, I wasn't going to be anything. So she never took me to another audition. Okay, I think we're good here. I really hope everything goes okay today. I am not trained for a real job.
I can feel a positive energy. We should be okay. I think Eliza approves.
Now, let me tell you something about my experience in the theater, young man. Now, you can afford to put on an inferior product in a beautiful space. But not even Lin-Manuel Miranda himself could rescue a performance done in a shithole. And not to put too fine a point on it, but you should rip up the carpet here in the lobby and lay down toilet paper.
Yes.
Because it's a shithole.
Got it. Well, we'd certainly love to hear your suggestions. This is our box office. We currently have...
Oh, good Lord.
This is Miss Ogilvy. She manages our box office. Don't let her scowl fool you. She's a big pussycat, aren't you, Miss Ogilvy?
Are you buying a ticket?
There's no show today, Miss Ogilvy.
Well then, keep walking.
That's the public face of the Calhoun Theater we know and love. Okay, if you go upstairs, we're gonna show you the theater space itself.
Follow me.
The theater was completely remodeled in 2014 with new seats, carpet.
Now this is something. A little on the smallish side, perhaps, but she does have potential. Oh, this will be a huge selling point.
Yeah. Selling point? For audiences, for when we roll out our strategic marketing plan.
Yes, packed houses every night, donors falling all over themselves to give us money. For the arts.
Did you hear that?
Not really. Man, this place really echoes when no one's in it.
He's talking about selling points, Billy.
So what? He's excited to bring more people to the theater. That's a good thing, Liz.
If you believe that's what he actually means by selling points, and I don't, Billy. Selling point means something that will help you sell something.
Would you give the guy a chance?
Fine. But I'm getting my resume ready. Probably long past time I did.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mr. Kavanaugh, you forgot to mention
mention that the theater is booby-trapped.
Why was there a bucket in the middle of the aisle?
How do you not see the bucket before you stepped into it?
Come on, girl.
You know what this reminds me of?
Hell?
It reminds me of what it must have been like in London during World War II, you know?
You mean when the city was being bombed mercilessly and people went down in the subway to take shelter?
Exactly. Just sitting, nervous, scared, waiting for the bottom to fall out or the roof to cave in or something. Anything, just in this constant tension and suspense.
It reminds me of prom.
Prom?
Yes, my senior prom. My date and I and another couple decided to go down to the school boiler room to smoke some candy. And anyway, there was a little crawl space down there, and we thought it would be cool to go in there. The only problem is the door locked behind us and we couldn't get back out. Now this is Saturday night, so of course we weren't let out until Monday morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, imagine it. No food, no water, no bathrooms. Needless to say, those friendships are gone forever.
I bet.
What I did gain was a lifetime of claustrophobia. And right now, I feel like there are rats gnawing on my insides, and I just want to get out, okay? I mean, your World War II analogy was poignant and all, but it's just not helping.
People suffered, man.
People suffer every day.
That's true, ma'am. That is surely true.
Just think. Men and women have stood here looking out over audiences since 1900, performing in thousands of shows. Community theater actors don't get paid, Mr. Predu. That's the difference between community and professional theater. Yet they've come since the theater first opened, volunteering to create characters from those meaningless, dead symbols we as a culture have defined as words. Words on paper. Yet they've been brought to life night after night by people whose only reward sometimes is the applause of the audience. That world-recognized sound that confirms for one brief, glorious moment, we're good.
Stage needs painting.
I know.
Of course, without us, those actors would be standing naked on a dark stage in an empty theater.
Thanks, Jen!
No problem. Going for a smoke.
Say hello to lung cancer!
There seems to be plenty of room for sets on stage left, but there's hardly any room stage right. The stage is not equipped to rotate, and there are no rising platforms.
Yes, the stage is right over the dressing room.
This theater is barely functional, Mr. Purdue.
Yeah, still she does have her charms. Penny?
Yes, mold for one.
There's no mold here. There's no mold, right?
No.
There's no mold here. There is a general mustiness, though. What is that?
Nothing. Let's continue downstairs into the green room next, huh?
Yes. And the dressing rooms. I want to see where the actors prepare.
Oh, don't forget to smell the curtains. It's actually kind of lemony. Huh.
Mr. Gray, you naughty boy. Try that with me and you'll see where it gets you.
Okay, here we are. Oh, dang it, the door's locked and the keys are back in my office. Tell you what, let's pop back downstairs. I'll grab my keys. Maybe you could use some coffee or tea, right? You're looking pretty withered, Miss Janelli.
Oh, my expression? That's condescension.
Well, my legs are a little tired. I suppose the rest...
This door's unlocked.
Splendid. Little peek wouldn't hurt. Maybe a couple of drinks or two. Floor's a little dingy. Would you please explain what I'm seeing, Mr. Kavanaugh?
You locked the door, Desmond. You locked the door. Bean!
Well, Mr. Kavanaugh, what is this?
What do you think it is?
Human trafficking?
Penny.
Well, I mean, there's probably a good explanation, right?
Yes, and I'm looking forward to hearing it. Lord, what was that?
Dinner bell.
That sounded like Miss Ogilvy.
When have you heard Miss Ogilvy scream?
You know, I better go check on her.
Oh, no, don't go. She probably screams like that all the time.
Why don't you stay here and explain this to Mr. Perdue, Billy? You're the theater manager, remember?
But that...
Oh, boop, boop, boop. Theater manager.
I knew that was gonna come back to bite me, but I did it anyway.
She saw it, Liz.
What? Eliza, she's experienced a visitation.
She was standing right there.
That's impossible.
Don't you tell me what I saw. I heard a noise, and I got up to investigate. And when I walked around the corner, there she was, staring right at me.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a look.
That's a terrible idea.
Oh, I need to lie down.
That's good, Miss O. Have a rest and some alcohol in clear violation of company policy. We'll get to the bottom of this. You're going to go look for the ghost?
There isn't a ghost, Terry.
Maybe there is and maybe there isn't, Liz. Do you want to find out?
Spirits are real, Liz. And why not here? If there was an especially emotional tragedy tying the person to this building, a memory given form, endlessly searching for peace, calling out but no one listens until finally they're forced to make their presence known through direct human interaction.
Then why would you pick Miss Ogilvy?
Don't mock, Liz. Specters are tragic beings. They're tied to whatever unfinished business they have left in life, and it torments them.
Eliza hasn't been seen in recorded memory. She probably solved whatever was bothering her years ago.
But what if she hasn't?
Then we have problems.
Aside from the homeless family our new owner's currently visiting with?
Real problems. People you can get rid of. But for ghosts, we're going to need an exorcist.
What are you doing?
I don't know. It seemed like something was about to happen.
Mr. Perdue, this is Desmond. He provides security. Hey, Dwayne. That was Dwayne.
He doesn't like closed spaces.
Muppets.
You're afraid of Muppets?
Not all Muppets, Des. That's crazy. Okay, so I guess that's everybody.
And who are these others?
What others? Oh, that. Meh.
It's very clear that this theater is a home to a family of street people.
Now that does seem to make sense. Is that true, Mr. Kavanaugh?
No. Well, yeah, it may look that way to the untrained eye, Miss Janelli.
Excuse me, I received my bachelor's.
Yeah, we've all heard where you got your degree from. Look, I'm sure Mr. Perdue recognizes theatrical costuming and makeup when he sees it.
Are you saying these people are actors?
I'm not saying they're not actors.
I'm just going to back out of this.
Really, Mr. Kavanaugh? You're going to lie all the way on this? Hello. Who are you people?
We just wanted to rest to get out of the cold.
Yes, they've been working very hard.
I didn't know that there was a show in rehearsal.
Working hard on next season, they're so dedicated.
And what show is this?
That's a drama. Homeless and How We Get That Way by Dan McCormick. What? I know shows.
I thought you hated theater.
I take my job very seriously.
Oh, I've heard of it.
And are you actors?
No.
I knew it. They're too believable to be actors.
Well, of course they're not actors in the traditional sense that they act. They're our fly crew.
Ah, fly crew. Then why are they costumed this way? Mr. Kavanaugh, I am not without compassion for the plight of the less fortunate, but if you're trying to deceive...
To help them blend in.
Yes! Yes, authenticity is so important even on our side of the production. We never want to dispel the illusion.
The only illusion is the one you're trying to cast, Mr. Kavanaugh. Mr. Perdue, I think our wisest move is to contact the authorities and then take a close look at the people running this theater and see if we can't make any better choices.
Okay. Here's what happened.
No, Penny. We've just gotten here. There's no reason to doubt Mr. Kavanaugh and his team.
Yes, Penny. Have you ever heard of a little thing called benefit of the doubt? I think there's a lesson here for everyone.
Yes. And since your fly crew is here, I'd like to see a demonstration of the system.
What now?
Has anyone thought about what we're going to do if we actually see her?
It's not going to happen. Eliza's a myth. Look, I don't know what Miss Ogilvy saw, but it probably came out of that bottle. What it wasn't was some manifestation of the spirit world. They don't exist.
It's not myth, you know. Eliza's story is true.
I've never heard the actual story. It happened at the turn of the century, shortly after the theater was built.
Can we not do this now? We have like an actual crisis to deal with.
Shh, I want to hear it.
Okay? Picture this. You know what life was like in the early 1900s, right?
If not, just walk into any coffee shop and poetry night, am I right?
Electrical power existed, but wasn't widely used. The entire theater was lit by gas lanterns every performance. One night, Eliza Henshaw, who was playing the lead in My Incontinent Cousin, had given a performance greater than any she'd given in her life. After the theater was empty, she went back out to relive the scene of her triumph. It was there that she met Roland Arpeggio, who was her leading man.
Meeting by gaslight? How romantic.
Oh, you'd think right, but no. Because Roland had his armor on Colleen Renhurst, the supporting lead. A terrible fight ensued. Eliza was so distraught that she fled in tears up the stairs and into the belfry of the theater.
Oh, none of this is true.
It is, Liz. It is. Eliza was still wearing her costume from the show. A beautiful, flowing gown made of highly combustible materials. And as she was passing one of the gaslights, her dress caught fire. She burst into the belfry, ablaze, and went right over the side like a glorious analogy of fame. Ever since that night, so the story goes, she wanders the theater, searching for Roland. Searching.
What am I doing? What are you doing? Hanging around in the hallway like the three sisters in Hamlet, scaring people. Not cool. I'm having a terrible day.
No more stories, Jen!
I saw the new owner drive up. I know he's on the premises. I need to speak to him immediately.
Now's not a great time, Miss Barbnut.
I don't care. I will not be put off. If he thinks he can just waltz on in and end 32 years of community involvement with this theater company, he's got another think coming.
Thing coming. He's got another thing coming.
No, she's right. If he thinks he's got another think coming.
That doesn't make any sense.
What sense does another thing coming make? What's the thing?
Her.
I beg your pardon.
Why don't we all go find Mr. Perdue? I'm sure he's with Billy, and who knows what kind of fun they're having. Yes. Okay.
I really don't want to do this, Billy.
Quiet, Desmond. You love to fly. Okay, folks, there's really nothing to this. When I give a signal, all you have to do is pull on the rope as if my life depended on it. Because it does. Look, when this is all over, I'll give you $100, okay?
Beans!
Just hold it together a little longer, Beans. We're gonna get through this.
Hey, everyone. Hey, how are you guys?
What are you guys doing? Violating about 25 safety rules from the looks of it. Billy, what are you doing?
Liz, don't start.
Is this demonstration going to happen anytime soon? Mr. Perdue is a very
Mr.
busy
Perdue,
man.
I would like a few words with you.
You said it yourself. If he finds out we're now subletting this theater to the homeless, what's he gonna think, huh? What's he gonna think about us personally and about the way we manage this theater? Not to mention what other questions it'll raise. He's gonna go over this place with a fine-tooth comb looking for stuff, and he will find it.
Enough, Billy. I know what I said, but this is ridiculous. You're about to have 2 untrained people operate our fly system, and Desmond is way beneath the height limit required for that harness. He could fall and seriously be hurt.
He's not going that high. Worst case scenario, skull fracture.
My name is Marion Barbnut, and I am president of the Cornerstone Players. I received a letter from you in which you state that you will be producing shows in-house from this point on. The Cornerstone Acting Company has been producing shows in this theater since before you installed your first casting couch.
Oh, how sweet. I've read your reviews. The only thing less enjoyable than the second act of this performance is the first act of this performance. That was from last season, wasn't it, Penny?
We clipped that one for our scrapbook.
True, not every show we've done has been a hit.
Here's another one. There's nothing like a captivating show performed by a talented cast. But you won't find it in this theater.
The local reviewers sure know how to turn a phrase.
Well, this isn't Broadway.
Yes, well...
We know what this community expects from its local theater.
It is, but last year, you performed The Diary of Anne Frank. And between the Van Pels and the Frank family, there were 13 children. Then, in The Sound of Music, there are over 20 members of the family Von Trapp.
We cast a lot of children. It brings in more patrons. There are 2 theaters competing for the same audience in this community.
Yes.
And we...
Well, what the local audience expects, Mrs.
Barbnut.
What any audience expects is a quality production and value for the money they spend at the theater, huh? Even this theater. Now, those are the minimum standards I set for any theater under my operation, and it will certainly be the law of the land here. Now, if you lose that quality, you lose your audience, and they'll stay at home and binge watch some series on Netflix or Hulu or something.
Well, I'm quite sure our next season will be extremely well received.
We've got some bad news, Mrs. Barbnut. We're bringing in some new blood.
You wouldn't dare.
Already dared, I'm afraid. But thank you for everything you've done for this theater and this community. Bye now.
You have not heard the last of this, Mr. Redux.
That I'm sure.
Look at yourself, Billy. This isn't funny. I don't care who he is or what kind of control he has over our future or the future of this theater. You know, I said this earlier and you theater managered me. And even though that's not the way that friends talk to one another, I didn't kick your ass, and you know I could.
It's true. She's done it before.
This is crazy, Billy, and dangerous. Look, you're not this guy. Don't let Moises Prideaux make you this guy.
Look, I'm sorry I bumped you before. It was a crappy thing for me to do, but I'm too far into this thing, Liz. We do the demonstration, Mr. Prideaux is happy, and we get to keep putting on shows.
Beans!
Beans gets it.
Benz!
Sorry?
Our last name is Benz.
Fine.
No, it isn't fine. It is everything but fine. You have been condescending and dismissive of us since you found us this morning. Not only is it disrespectful, it's offensive.
I didn't mean.
No, you didn't mean. Because you weren't thinking about what you were saying. Look, I know you don't see us as real people. We're obstacles to you, and believe me, we're used to it. But what I won't stand for is for you to make my husband into a joke. Addiction is an insidious thing. You don't even know it's coming until it has nearly everything that you love. We weren't always human refuse, you know. We had a beautiful house, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a tub that was also a jacuzzi.
Oh, I've always wanted one of those.
I volunteered at the local food pantry. I watched people come in and walk away with a bag of groceries that cost probably $10 total. And you know what? I pitied them. I pitied them, and I patted myself on the back for what a generous, giving person I was. And then I went home to my beautiful house and my beautiful family. But what I didn't know is that Daniel was fighting his own battle. And he was losing. First our bank account, then our friends, and then our home. And when there was nothing left to take, it stole Daniel's mind. Beans, Benz, Don't you get it? He is struggling so hard to hold on to his identity because it is all he has left besides myself and Danny. Danny, he loves his father very much. So don't you dare make him watch while his father is demeaned for your entertainment.
Mr. Kavanaugh, as much as a theater sleepover would be such fun, we do have other plans for this evening.
No, you're right. You're right. This isn't our fly team, Mr. Predu. They're a family who came in the theater last night to get out of the rain, and if they need a place to stay tonight, they're more than welcome to set up here again. I don't know what you expect from us or what your plans are for this theater, but I do know that we're all part of this community, and that means we take care of each other. The world's too mean to have to go it alone. Look, this theater was built as a place to bring people together. The air you're breathing, it's filled with more than 100 years of laughter, sighs, gasps of amazement.
Well, not literally. We do have a state-of-the-art air filtration
Liz.
system that...
Look, Mr. Predu, it's not perfect. It's got a lot of flaws, like anyone does who's been around for a century. But it could be great. It's heart. It's strong. So is ours. This isn't just some place where we work. It's a place where people like us, the outsiders, the theater geeks, can come and feel accepted, even envied. A place where audiences can come to forget about their troubles and enjoy a type of entertainment that does not exist anywhere else. We believe in it, all of us, like it's part of our family. All it takes is for you to believe too.
Well, duh.
Was that a duh?
Of course, these people aren't a professional fly crew. I never would have let this demonstration get off the ground. Off the ground. Did you hear what I did there, Penny? Fly crew off the ground.
Sure one for the joke book, sir.
And if you tried, you'd all be looking for a new job right now. But why lie about it?
Well, sir, we saw some stuff online that said you're
A real ball breaker.
The internet. Yes, I've made a few enemies in my times, but that's because I don't tolerate any nonsense. I know a losing proposition when I see one, and I won't waste my time and money over things that are, well, a waste of time and money. But you people intrigue me.
I don't understand.
Oh, this little episode, for instance. I wondered how far you were willing to take it. See if you were the kind of people I needed to run this theater successfully. And you are. Professional. Loyal. Why, you even defended her in her terrible singing.
That's mean and not true.
Oh, dear.
Does this mean I can get out of this thing?
Sure, Desmond.
You know, this team has the passion and the energy to take this theater where I want it to go. To be the crown jewel of the county. I'm keeping all of you on. With one exception. That insane Bobnut woman is not allowed to take another step into this theater. I'll bring in someone to choose the staff and select the season. All right? Fair enough?
More than. Like, who would you be selecting?
Well, that's good. Okay, fine. Penny, I think we should be leaving. You know, we passed a diner on the way in. I saw a sign that said, Prime Rib Night. Small town diners. I'm looking forward to the gastrointestinal distress. Oh, and Kavanaugh.
Yes, Mr. Predu?
Lie to me again, and it'll be the worst mistake you ever made. No, seriously. Well, goodbye, all. Come, Penny.
Ballsy, Kavanaugh. I guess I'll be seeing you around.
I've got another mistake you better not make again, Billy. We're a team. More than that, we're friends. We're It's not my way or the highway or your way or the whore way. You know what I mean.
I panicked. I'm sorry. You're right.
Good.
Whoreway?
Yeah.
Hey guys, what about...
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Benz. I'm so sorry for the way I acted earlier. If there's anything we can do to help, anyone we can call.
Well, if you were really sincere about that offer to spend the night again.
Say no more. We'll get you some blankets, some pillows, maybe some extra clothes, and we'll set you up in the green room.
And if we could get something else to eat. I am so sick of beans. I can't stand it.
Of course. We can even get an extra piece of pie for Danny. Come on, Mr. Benz.
Where is Danny anyway?
Well, he was just here. Danny? Danny!
We're over here.
Mr. Pack is teaching me a trade.
What can I say? The kid likes to sweep.
So you don't get lonely, Eliza.